Okay, here we go. All right, let's do this. Cool. Okay, so we'll get the stuff people requested right off the top. What's up, guys? My name is Richard Terrell. I go by Kirby Kid, and you are watching Dojo Live. Today we are going to be looking up option selects. We're going to be labbing a couple of individual things requested by viewers and just taking it pretty easy today. So we have some new people in the dojo, and they want to know what the drills that we do are like. So we might be showing off a few drills and custom tailoring it to those members. But otherwise... Lab Greninja dash attack on block. How many frames to punish out of shield? All right. So this is something anybody can do. You can do this. And you can set the computer to Lucina. And you can set it to whatever you want. So whenever you want to look at what kind of advantage you have on shield, all you have to do is first always set up this, and then you can just set the speed to this. And even if you have another controller like I do right here, you can control, and it's not too hard to control two things at once. Oops, I don't even have that plugged in. There we go. Hopefully that charged it enough. Put that there. I have so many wires coming out of here. This is not gonna work. So one of the best training tools that I ever purchased for myself is one of these. This is a Titan 1 device, and you stick it in your computer. You stick any kind of controller in the other end, and then you plug it in, and you can control the switch with the controller. So like this, I'm using this wireless switch enabled NES looking controller, but you can pretty much use anything. What's happening? Okay, cool. So all you have to do is hold shield, and then you can dash attack, let go, and then you can mash up special or shield grab or whatever you want, right? And then you can just see. One, two, and then I'm going to hold shield on Greninja. It's a little bit of a multi-controller kind of gymnastic, finger gymnastics, but it's not that big of a deal where you can advance it frame by frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have 9 frames to do whatever you want to try to punish Greninja's dash attack on shield. So that means Lucina, her nair out of shield looks like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it looks like that hits exactly on 9, and it hits high up too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, right on 9. You have no frames to spare if you want to punish Greninja, and you also have to make sure you're on the right side. So let's see. Hold shield, dash attack, then buffer. I'm doing this all like with one hand each. Jump in A, and then hold shield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hit him, but it hit his tongue. ridiculous. So you have a little bit more time than 9 frames, right? It's probably 11 frames. But that's staled on shield, so you always want to make sure that to get best results, you reset. Hold this. Dash. Oop, that's not dash attack. Hold this. Dash. That's not dash attack. Let's reset again. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So Lucina can punish with Nair out of shield, but if you cross up, I don't think she can punish with anything except for up B out of shield, which can be triggered really quickly. Like that. So that answers your question, F-Hero. You got about 11 frames to punish. Different characters can do a lot of things. Let's see. Can you still footstool people? Probably not. But you can shield grab. You can drop shield. How much is drop shield? Let's see. One, two, three, four, five. Oop. That's not good. You have to test it with an A button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can act on 12. So it looks like if you try to drop shield, punish Greninja, you'll be in equal frame advantage. It's not the worst, because I think Greninja's jab is not that fast, and you know, he's Greninja. He doesn't have the best sort of out of shield option. So if you challenge him with something fast and you make him shield, you're pretty much at the advantage. Not the worst thing. Do we have any people in the chat? Oh, we do have people in the chat. I remember in Smash 4 when Greninja was worse Sheik, how the tables have turned. The longer you play Smash, the more you should realize that the tables will always turn, except for on Fox and Pikachu. Yeah, I'm not usually I used to need a buddy to do lab work because Smash Brothers training mode is not very good. But with this Titan 1, I can do stuff like this. I can set this to control, right? Go to my PC, click a simple button like this, and have Lucina do whatever I program, right? Whatever I can record. So I've been researching option selects. I posted 2 on Twitter earlier today. I'm gonna add more details to those tech entries, so just go to onesmash.net if you want to always know the most up-to-date information. But right now I'm going to lab 2 of them that I didn't finish labbing last night, so let's see what happens. Yeah, fall off the table. Okay, hold or tap, double shield, tap A tucked inside. Okay. So let me show you my notes. Here we go. So these are my notes. I took these the other night. Everyone who makes an account on onesmash.net can use DOJO notes, and these are online and searchable, and they're communal and public. So if I type in anything like Ridley, I not only get my notes, but notes of anybody else who has Ridley notes. And apparently my brother has a ton of Ridley notes. So let's see. I guess I should also be in the One Smash chat, but I can always migrate later. So yeah, with my notes in particular, I have option select notes, and I need to lab this one. Double tap shield with A's tucked inside. Okay. So double tap shield looks like that. And I think you get a... No. I think they really tried to tune these option selects, or these perfect shields, so you can't option select them, which makes me sad. But I'm going to find them anyway, because there's no escape. That's interesting. Let me try this. That's interesting. So that's an option select right there. Let me see if I can enhance it. So if I do this particular rhythm on shield. So, okay, so here's a couple of things. Everyone pay attention because this stuff gets really detailed, and I think every frame matters and every detail counts. Let's see. So I'm hitting shield, and if you tap the A button like immediately after you get your finger off the shield button, no attack will buffer out. It's the same with the B button, which I'm hitting. Maybe I can show you my hands. Maybe I can't. Let's see. Okay. So I'm doing like that. Like, I guess I should move out of the way so Kirby is actually in the frame. Can't do it. I just moved Kirby to the side. That makes a lot of sense. I'll just be on this side of Lucina. Here we go. So when you do it fast enough, shield A like that, no shield grab and nothing buffers out. You can do the same thing with the B move, shield B like that. And it's gotta be really fast. You can do the same things with tilt stick. So let's see, like that. If you're really fast, but the stick is a lot harder to get on and off of than a button. There's another interesting thing, like if I forward throw Lucina and I hit down on the tilt stick immediately after, or like at the same time, like a frame after I hit forward, it buffers a neutral air if I'm holding down on the C stick, and usually that buffer is down air, like this. That's a down air, but if I do it just right like that, it's a neutral air. So I think there's something about overloading the buffer, whatever you want to call that, the buffer, so that inputs sort of cancel out each other, even though they're inputted by two different objects on the controller. So that's that. Switch back. So that's what I'm doing here, but I'm doing the, so normally in Smash 4, that would be an option select and an attack would come out and it'd be great and everybody would be like, whoa, this is so good, but then they wouldn't use it. Something like that. But this is Smash Ultimate and now nothing comes out. If you get the perfect shield, that is. That's very interesting. So here's what we've discovered. Yeah, the attack's not coming out with perfect shield, but it is coming out with shield hit. Interestingly enough, like that. Your attack will, or your follow-up will come out if it hits the shield, but not the perfect shield. Like, that's interesting. I think I should jump into the One Smash chat. Let me see if a wild Choco Bro wants to voice chat. Okay. So that was weird. That shouldn't have happened. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to switch over to the One Smash chat. If you can still hear me and are awake. See you guys next time. Okay. Wait, I'm probably still connected. Where is my phone? Here it is. I could probably be connected to both. That's fine. So, let's see. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up? I couldn't get my audio working for the Ooh, your mic sounds crazy. See if you can fix that. I'll try to fix Yeah, sounds good. So nothing special is happening here. So this one option select, it looks really plain, but basically if you do 3 buttons really fast, only on shield do you do your attack. Let's see. So that's a perfect shield and it's not counting. I want to do it too late. Yeah, the only reason I can think of is they saw the One Smash videos last generation for option selects and like take that out. That's all I can think of. Oh, that's interesting. So this is supposed to be done where... How do you get a normal shit out of this? I keep getting a perfect shield. Yeah. So I feel like... so weird. This is such a finicky interaction, I think. So what I was doing before, it looked like it worked. Only on shield hit did the attack or shield grab come out, which is cool to have a conditional shield grab and everything else can just be like neutral. So I'm going to try to get that going again. Let me see. It's like tap tap. So the cool part is if you overload the A button using this tap tap technique, you can hold it down. Right now the A button's held down and no attack came out and no attack will come out. Even when I hit the grab button, it goes directly into shield. And when I jump, it goes directly into air dodge. So there's no way to get an attack to come out, I think, once the A button is fully depressed like that. So I'm going to try to use that for something. Let me see if I can do this. And it only eats the A input if you tap it like that. If you try to release an A, you know, it goes into the rapid jab. When you tap the shield like this, you can sneak in an A or B input and nothing will come out. So you can basically like hold the B button or hold the A button and overload it like that. But you only can do it when you tap the shield. If you just release it, jabs come out. If you just release it, oh, you can do it with the B button. Huh. I did it. Huh, you can do it on shield release. You just gotta be really fast. Okay. You have to be like a frame after releasing the shield button. You hold A or hold B, and nothing will come out. Like this. Yeah, I did it. So now the A is overloaded, and if I use the C stick, I can get these tiny micro steps for no reason that actually have no use. But for whatever reason, I can only get it to, yeah, there we go, micro steps. And this is how you do the Kirby dance, like fail-proof, foolproof. That's why you need this technique. Okay. So if I can overload, that's a conditional option select. That's like, yes, that's what we were looking for. See that? Okay, cool. If I want the attack only to come out if the perfect shield happens, I have to do this very tightly timed conditional thing. Oh, it didn't come out. So it doesn't work with holding up tilt? It only works with jab? Weird. Let me see something. Let me try forward tilt then. Okay, works with forward tilt. Oh, we found something I really like. Cool. So let me know if you, huh? All right, yeah, I need to test down tilt, but I got a little excited. Hold on. I had it to where the stream could hear the voice chat before, but I'm gonna have to fix OBS next time. So I'll just be repeating some of the stuff he says in case our stream viewers are like, what's happening? Oh, we got people in our Discord chat. That's what's happening. Cool. Yeah, and it's good that you ask me stuff that I am not explaining clearly enough so that people watching can also follow along. Okay, down tilt works. Did I tell you I labbed a lot of Duck Hunt last generation? I think I did, right? Yeah. I haven't, I tested some of it in Smash Ultimate, but man, I was researching, like, if you blow yourself up with the can and you are 35, 40 to 50 damage below your opponent, you get significant frame advantage on the outside of it, like coming out. So, like, trying to chain these self-detonating explosions to get basically some really low kills. Yeah. 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 It made me so sad when they changed that. Yeah. Okay, so up tilt, if I'm holding up on the and trying to do the conditional option select. Oh, it just worked. Okay, cool. I don't know what was happening with my up before, but oops. So all tilts, all jabs. I think smashes too. So here's the deal. When you're eating the A input using this technique, you can actually smash the left stick and nothing will come out if you time it correctly. Oh, what the heck? Okay, if you hold it too long, it looks like Kirby just goes straight into the smash anyway. So, but you can just smash it with a quick input. It looks like this. You can also C-stick it. Hmm. Hmm. The flick on the C-stick has to be so quick. I don't think it actually registers that effectively. No, it's not actually registering. Hmm. That's good and bad. I'll tell you about... Yeah. Okay, so check this out. We got the A's on this conditional smash. You can go into all your smashes. Okay, I'll test it instead of just assuming. Okay. Because that's what happened when I said you can dash through moves. It only works on jabs. My bad. Cool. Okay, so it works on all smashes. Let's see if it works on B moves. Should. I mean, just understanding the tech. Or not. Let's see. The B doesn't seem to be carrying forward. There he goes. The timing's not easy. Maybe it's a little later timing, because I feel like the A, you have to be like a frame behind the shield, and I feel like with this B, you can be a lot lazier. So it's got to be just a little slower, I guess. Hmm. So here's a cool test that I'll do. Right now, Lucina is doing attacks, but what I'm going to do is stop that, pick up the controller, and try to get the input to... where's my A attacks? Where are my A attacks? She has no A attacks on this control scheme. How is that possible? That's B. That's jump. That's jump. And this is shield grab. Why? So maybe I'll try to do it with the... We'll try that. So I want to record. Like this. And then go shield, shield, shield. And those are no good. Wow. So I need a... Fine. I'll plug in my 360 controller. Because I need more consistent button layout. Okay. So now shield this, so I can go shield A, shield B. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to do this. Crouch, crouch. Crouch, crouch, crouch. Nope, nope, we don't want that. Crouch, crouch. Crouch, crouch. Stop messing up the second one. Crouch, crouch. Crouch, crouch. There we go. Then we'll just play it back. Let's see what we get. No attacks. Yeah, some kind of A attack. It's hard because the 360 controller is not only different, but the shield button by default, because this is in training mode, puts it on the triggers, and I need to get off that button like as frame tight as possible, so I don't think that's going to be adequate to test it using the repeated playback, so I can just save that test for later. But I think it works. It feels pretty solid. So like if I just go conditional, yeah, it's got to be like a frame after you release it. So let me write these notes down. Whew. Let's see if I can do this frame by frame. Okay, so I'm going to let go of shield, hold B on the next frame, and up. Okay, so up B came out right there. Yeah, this game's beautiful sometimes. Okay, so man, the jab is so good. 3 frames, I think it hits on frame 4. You can see it's so close. It's perfect for testing. I'm going to shield. Oops, I should have been shielding. Yeah, you can't perfect shield in the first frame. There we go. Perfect shield. I'm holding forward on the stick, an A, and then just holding it down for the rest of the duration. It's an F smash. Okay. Okay, so that's let's see. So it looks like the B is the same timing as the A. If you do it a frame after the shield, it comes out conditionally. That's an easy enough test. So why can't I do it? That's the real question. Oh, that means there's hope. No. There, yeah, man, it feels like that timing, you gotta be on it. I think the only downside with this is, no, there's no downside. This is the most amazing technique in the world. Yeah, so let's head over to the I'm gonna write all that down, so let's head over to the note page. So all these notes are public, and when I get like videos of it, I'm gonna post it on Twitter, and then it's gonna be on One Smash. But if you want to be ahead of the game and help me lab it, here's where you need to be. Dojo notes. I'm gonna hit edit. So first things first, you can tuck. You can what do I call this? You can nullify inputs when dropping shield. You can also nullify inputs. This is A and B. When you yeah, yeah, I guess you could say it's well, we normally say eating the inputs, but there is a difference. It's not nullifying it, because if you get the perfect shield, it comes out. But well, I'm just gonna use nullify for now. We can fix that later. So that's the first tip, and then if you release shield, so you do this by letting go of shield and then tapping or holding the other input 1 frame afterwards. It's not that hard. It sounds like it's hard, but that's not that hard. If you release shield and use a null input, this is a conditional counter attack parry, much like the perfect parry option select that we talked about in Smash 4. So that's cool. I didn't even know that was in the game until just now. This means you can do all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to submit. It's saved. So here's what I released yesterday. You can do a rope like that. That's a roll wave dash back option select, where if it catches the parry frames, you actually can just like input whatever you want, and then you can attack. But this is different. This is if you don't want to do an aerial. Wait, that one only works with jump attacks because you're doing a wave dash and it's catching the jump. So this one's different. You're standing your ground, and then you counterattack only on perfect shield. Oop. And nothing comes out otherwise. So that means if nothing comes out otherwise, you can follow that up with another attack. So let's say your opponent, you're really close to them. You're like, I know they're either going to attack now or do a slower attack. And instead of guessing, you just do this. You do the conditional release into a follow-up attack like this. Let's see. Okay, I can't. So that was a down to a perfect shield, but if Lucina didn't attack, it would look like this. Uh-oh. What is it? A down smash. Yeah. All you have to do is move the control stick in 2 different directions. Oh. So that was an up smash. So it looks like it reads the left stick input right before the attack comes out. So right now I'm holding forward and then I'm shifting up, and it's counting that as a it's counting that as an up smash. Ooh. Oh, I do that. I do that so often. Yeah, thanks for the catch. What, my inputs are okay. So you have to hold the A button afterwards. So what does that look like? Let's see. You're holding it, you're holding forward, and you releasing and holding. Releasing and holding. Man, if you're not absolutely tight on that release, you'll buffer the attack after the shield drop, which isn't bad. It could be worse, John. Much worse. So let's try this one. Oop. So it's so weird. Sometimes I feel like it's very inconsistent, but I can tell that the frame windows are really tight, so I'm going to try to eventually It's so weird. Apparently, somebody did some extra labbing, and it's for moves that cause 4 frames of shield stun or less for whatever reason, which I think includes almost most jabs and light attacks, like some up smashes that have 2 hits and the first one's really light, stuff like that. Okay, so I'm trying to run forward, hold shield, do it on a shield release, and tuck the input, nullify the input, and then dash away and just repeat. Let me see if I'm not crazy. Now I did 2 frames afterwards while holding forward. And it turns into a jab, but it still works. Maybe just starting off with jabs is the best thing I can do instead of making it too hard for myself. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I'm going to briefly switch over to game and logo. We're going to record an example of it. Start the replay buffer. Probably need more than a replay buffer this time. Start recording. There we go. Go over here. Okay, so I'm just going to show the tucking, the nullifying. That's with A and B moves, and this is with the C stick. Oh. Yeah, it's the C stick. Okay, and this is with that's with the grab button right there. I did it once, so too bad. Now here's an example of it. So this is what it looks like when you get the perfect shield, or if it hits shield. That's Hmm. So I can clearly show the nullifying inputs right here, but sometimes it doesn't come out as an attack. Timing. It's all in your. The best part about it is the timing is not dependent on what it's external. Hopefully, maybe that's what's throwing me off. But because maybe that's interesting. Keep that in mind. My timing's so off now. Now no attack's coming out. Wasn't up till at least. So if I slow it down. Don't cut me in the face, please. Yep. Yeah. Then I release. I hold the up button and the B button. I get cut. Don't want to swing. There we go. And then I will let go shield for a perfect parry. And so that's the shield. Then immediately after, I'm holding slightly forward and A. Yeah. So now let's try to get it on the later parry frame. Not paying attention. Oh no, should have done it then. Chickened out. Come on, do it. Why you tricked me? Okay, 1, 2. Okay, so this is the frame I let go. 1. And now I'm going to hit A now. And forward. Parries it at the same frame that I'm hitting A and forward. And it turns into a smash. So that's not... So, doing the input on the moment of impact doesn't ruin it. So let's test the next thing, which is not having a perfect parry. One, two. After the thing, I'll hold forward and A. Okay, it worked. Now I'm going to wait 2 frames after the parry. Ouch. Okay, so 1, 2, 1. Hold slightly forward in A. Okay, so that works. So really, I think it's just my inputs that aren't super crisp, but That's showing you the power of the Monado. Stop recording. Okay, cool. So now my head hurts. No. That's pretty big in itself. So this is what I was working on besides that. So we just discovered that, but check this out. I was just trying to do something like this. Tap, 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 tap. Double tap. So this is a shield grab option select we made for Smash 4, and it only activates if they hit your normal shield, like that. You basically are tapping 2 shield perfect tuck releases, like tap, 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 like that. But because they hit your shield and stall you out, your perfect tuck turns into a shield grab input, and that's the basic science behind it. So this was not like too fancy and complicated. It's just basically like they changed your character's state so that you were in a state where you could only shield grab when you did the second input, therefore it turns into a shield grab. But I think it should have some conditional properties if I do it right. Like if I hold forward slightly. So that should, if I do it perfectly, I think it's a, on shield it's a shield grab, and on perfect shield it's a tap. But it's basically putting the thing we just learned and this follow-up. So what we just learned is you could drop shield without committing to anything, but that means if you're not committed to anything like this, then you can just hit another button, right, and commit to something else. So that means if I do a perfect drop shield A into a B move, let's see. So if the perfect shield doesn't happen, it turns into a B move. But apparently if it does too, it also turns into a B. I think that's because B has a higher priority. So maybe I need to delay the B. Let's try it again. I'm not delaying it at all. I'm just chicken. So it's 1, 2. 1, oh. 1, 2. Yeah, like that. Something like that. 1, 2, like that. So and then 1, 2. Ideally, the gap would only be 12 frames because that's how long it takes you to drop your shield now. So you could act with your follow-up move on the first frame possible, but you know, that doesn't have to be frame tight. It's just we're setting up a situation to where on parry you get one thing and on shield drop you get another. One. I didn't do it. I just forgot what to input. 1, 2. So if I hit the B button at any point too early, it overrides it. Like even right before it's ready. That's crazy. And then if I hit down C stick, it overrides my left input and my finger input. So that's cool. Okay, so this is just 2 taps. The follow-up should be another one, basically. It's kind of hard to input, so it's tap, tap, tap. And it turns to a shield grab, or I want it to be consistent. So that turned into a jab because that was that's that frame perfect thing we were just working on, which I need to give it a name. It's so we called the other one a perfect parry option select. And this is still a perfect parry option select, so maybe we'll just call it that. But it's like the inverted, because you're letting go. No, it's the same. It's just a new perfect parry option select. How about that? Yeah, the inputs are different, but the basic idea, tucking something safely behind a shield drop, is the same. It's just harder now because you have to do it in one frame instead of like 8-10 frames before. So like, Smash 4 or Smash Ultimate, everybody. I think this one's so sensitive on the incoming parry strength. Maybe these all are, but that's the basic idea. Like this, 1 2 1 2, like that. You can do it from shield hold, and you just anticipate like that. You do another input right afterwards, and it turns into a grab. So this is a situation where you're like, okay, I'm fighting, I'm holding shield. They're gonna maybe tomahawk, then maybe attack. I'm gonna parry for the potential attack. But if no attack comes out, or the attack comes out sooner than I think, it's going to turn into a shield grab like this. Shield, no, quit parrying. Oops, sooner than I thought, and then it auto shield grabs, which is neat. Yeah. It's supposed to hit my shield. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if I'm slightly changing the timing too much or how sensitive it is, but I feel like it's a thing, and we'll do the frame by frame and the recording when I can get a better controller to demonstrate it, which is fine. The funny part is, I never thought about that. Right now I have the Titan 1 controlling player number 2, but I could just have it controlling player number 1 and just take control of me. That's hilarious. But that's a little too much for me tonight. I don't want to go that deep into the rabbit hole. So that's everything I wanted to lab. So this is the basic tech behind option selects, and I think applying it is where a lot of people get lost. They're like, oh no, like how do I do it? I keep getting hit. You're like, well, one, just throwing it out in neutral like this, not a good idea, not the best idea. Unless you can fully like incorporate into your like movement like this, where you're like, yeah, tap wave dash, yeah. But then like stuff like that. But what you do is you find situations where there are a lot less variables. Like when Kirby down airs like this, the opponent can only do so many things. And everyone, you have like 9 frames of advantage. And if you do a 10 frame move or slower, they can shield it and do whatever else. So you're like, wait a minute. If I know my opponent is going to be standing in a specific place and unable to do anything significant but shield, I can start throwing in an option select to optimize the result. So let's say Lucina's freaking panic. They don't want me to kill them because Kirby's such a high tier that they start panic up being after I down air, because they're like, oh, it's the only thing that'll make me invincible in frame 1. Well, then now I'm going to insert a down air to a tap like that. The tap will take care, well, yeah, since the her up B hits on frame 3 and not frame 1, she's just invincible. The tap will take care of the incoming attack. And if she does no attack and just holds shield, the tap, oh, wow. The tap will take care of a follow-up. It'll have a follow-up like that. And you'll down tilt and you just go right back into your stuff. So that's a situation where you're like, I'm not going to guess and I'm not going to react. I'm just going to cover all two out of the 3 things you can do. Now, if she instantly rolls, what you want to do is yeah, I guess if you mix up this situation with like attacking immediately with attacking and waiting, and then you put in the tap when you want to wait, it just seals it up just that much more. But otherwise, you're just going to go pure offense and just keep attacking until they panic, and then you have that already covered. Stuff like that. So that's where you fit in your option selects. You get them in a situation, especially when you're in the advantage, and you make it even more advantageous. What's another situation? So like, let's say people stop you from controlling. put you at. So at 50 damage, hard hit up tilt combos into this, and they can't jump out of it. And the best part is, even if they try to jump out of it and you're a frame late, you basically eat the jump with a footstool. The other best part about it is, if they could air dodge, you're air dodging like immediately too, so you'll be right with them. And if they do a side air dodge, you know, they'll take even longer to get to the ground and still have all the landing line, like this, instead of this. So this is another situation where you're like, oh, you put in the setup, they will pick a limited number of things, and you should have a good number of those covered. Oh wow, what are my inputs? There we go. Why do I still mess that up? Why am I hitting down C stick? Why is it always that fourth one? I want it to be the third one. So, I don't know why I've never thought about this, but this is one of the best combos in the game. Kirby's down tilt combos into itself, starting at 50 damage. And if it combos into itself, you can combo to yourself again. You react to the trip, you get closer, and then you reset. And you just keep doing it, and you have a pretty good chance of continually tripping them and just pushing them to the side of the stage, adding damage. And then right when they trip, you just F-smash them, and they're dead at about 80 damage, 60 damage, 70 damage. It's so funny. I don't know why I've never seen anyone just like... I like rolling the dice, but there's not a lot of Kirby players. Okay, that's it for... Ooh, you tripped. The trip rate seems so low, but I'm pretty sure it's highly dependent on damage, and the higher up they go, and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm barely getting any of them right now. There we go. There we go. There we go. 4 in a row. That'll kill anybody. That basically will take you from 50 damage to 107 to the edge of the stage and dead. That's hilarious. That's super simple, but I love it. Any final questions or last words before we close the stream down? Cool. So that was it for today's stream, guys. Join us tomorrow, or wait till we do all the lab work for you, and just make sure that you incorporate it into your game, because last generation we did a lot of cool stuff and very few people understood it or used it. So we're going to try to change that this time around. We're going to have drills. We're going to have much better ways to integrate this conceptually and physically into your game plan. So until next time, peace.